Hi, I'm now going to talk to you about a new product we're after heading on to the tvtrade.ie website, and it's a very simple product. It's simply called a HDMI coupler, and you can see it here. And the purpose of this particular product is to join together two HDMI cables, okay? Now, this is a great product to sit with the range of products we have already. We have HDMI leads that are running from pre-terminated ones that are from 1 meter all the way up to 20 meters, and we also have a range of HDMI splitters as well. Now, an increasing problem for people who are trying to select the right length of HDMI cable is that there's huge popularity of televisions hanging over fireplaces, things like this. And so the cables have actually been buried in the walls, and they're very inflexible in terms of you can't pull the cable forward or back. And so on one end you have the television, and the other end it'll come out in a unit where we have a satellite receiver. Okay. Now with traditional coaxial cables, it's very simple to extend or shorten the cable. Simply use a pair of snips and cut it exactly the right length you want. But with HDMI leads, this just isn't possible. So, you know, how to select exactly the right length, and if you get the wrong length of cable, how to extend or join two cables together, okay? Now, what I'll say on this particular one is that this HDMI lead here is this coupler here is excellent for this, okay? So if we come along, we'll say, and we find that we have a lead that's not quite sufficiently long, you can use this as a very, very simple means of joining them. So if you look here, it's a socket connection on both ends. So what you do is you'd simply get a HDMI lead like this one here, and you simply insert it in like this, and it just pushes home like that. And on the far end you simply get another lead and you push it in, and it inserts homes like that. And that's two HDMI things. You know, it's designed in such a way there's very, very low levels of signal loss. But there is limitations to this particular product in terms of, we'll say, if you have a very long run, we'll say 15 or 20 meter run of HDMI cable, and you want to join it to another 20 meters of cable because it's running the full length of a house, this won't be a suitable product for you, simply because it's not by chance, we'll say, that the longest length of HDMI cable you can normally buy is 20 meters. After that point, the level of signal loss is too great, and you simply need to boost the signal. And you can boost the signal in one of two ways. If you want to run it to multiple televisions, you'd use something like a HDMI splitter here, a 2, a 4 or an 8 way, and it both splits it to multiple televisions and also boosts the signal. But more commonly, if you're simply running it from a box to a single television, you'd use this product that's on my right hand side, which I'll just show you here, which is a HDMI repeater. It's exactly the same thing. You push it in one end and there's a single output on it, and this unit is plugged in. So not alone does it join together two cables, but it also boosts the signal. So just say we were having two cables, that one was 15 and the other was 20 meters long, we want to join them together and a total length of 35 meter, then this type of product would be ideal, where the signal loss, we'll say, using a coupler would just be too high. The big disadvantage of this one, of course, is the cost. It's quite an expensive unit. You need an external power source, where the coupler itself, very cheap, very simple unit, and very, very easy to carry around. So it's ideal both for professional installers and also for the DIYer who can buy this along with HDMI leads, and if he needs to join the cables, things like that, gives great flexibility and, as you can see, extremely easy to install. So that's it, beginning to end, the HDMI coupler.